What's going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Welcome to Texas Podcast. Thank you for all the new subscribers, all the day ones, all the likes, all the comments. Thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. And also, thank you so much for all the feedback. The feedback really does help. Well, I just wanted to do a little quick video, just a little update. When I started this journey again, it was just for fun and giggles. That's all it was. Maybe at the beginning, I was under the impression that the monetary I seen, just like everybody else, let's be realistic. a lot of us see these content creators on YouTube, and we really don't know if that's really their lifestyle or not. But a lot of these YouTube content creators, they portray uh a certain lifestyle that's being portrayed like if it's being financed by YouTube. So when you see that, you're like, hey, maybe you can do it as well. So you give it a shot, not knowing if what's gonna happen. Because it's not. But then once you start seeing that it's not even worth it unless you're some type of character. I'm gonna put it to y'all like there's a perfect example of somebody becoming a character. It's Charleston White. Charleston White was just some dude that been a juvenile for I think a body. His older brother had already caught a body and was in the system as well. So when he came out, he became a community activist uh, for his neighborhood, which is what a lot of us would like to do. And it starts simple. It's like going back to your rec center in your neighborhood. You know, it starts going back to the neighborhood rec center where you grew up at. I know where I grew up at. We all have these rec centers. They're all scattered around Dallas. Mine was Marcus off of North Haven and Dennis, right to I think Marcus Elementary. So we've all been at those rec centers. We've all paid a quarter to get the ball, the basketball, or the ping pong ball, or the paddles. We've all experienced that. As we got older, we started using the rec center for other things. As we got older, going to the back, burning one, meeting people at the back at the swings, meet me outside at the basketball court at the rec center. Uh, we're about to jump this fool at the back of the rec center. So as we started getting older, we started using the rec center for what it wasn't meant to be used. So I know if I was to go back, it'd be happening right now. There'd be a younger generation inside playing sports, ping pong, uh, chess, checkers, Connect Four, renting out board games from the front desk. And as those young kids get older and older, those are the kids that are outside the rec now. Burning one up. Back then, before it was burning, it was inhalants. It was that tolly water. I've seen so many people get so many of my friends that I grew up, their brains became fried because of that inhalants. One dude even passed away because he started at a young age, and he started by doing it so much, he started getting holes in his brain, so they were just bleeding. That's what the word was around. So even then, knowing that this guy just unalived himself for doing that, people were doing it. So I was kind of happy that I had an older brother that showed me the streets. And once he showed me the streets, hey, it was green ever since. So what I'm trying to get at is that for you to succeed on this YouTube, you have to become a character. Nobody paid attention to Charleston White when he was going up there talking to juveniles, going to the rec centers. Nobody paid him no mind. Why? Because he wasn't talking nonsense. He was out there trying to help the youth, but nobody was listening. So what he had to do, he had to build up the character. He goes by Charleston, but this character, this outspoken character, is who he is now. But that's not really him when he's with his family, his kids. But he's a character, and people love those type of characters. They like drama, conflict. I don't like that. When I first came on here, it was for laughs and giggles. Then people started it was all for fun and giggles. But once they put my information out there, all the disrespect towards me, my family, my mom, my kids, I had to keep on pushing. If that would, matter of fact, that same day, I was like, man, I'm tired of talking about this, you know, because I see it like this. If you're gonna get on this YouTube and talk to people the the way you would never talk to them in person, I can't do that. I got to show you the respect, even through I'm behind a keyboard or so many thousand miles away from somebody. I still got to show that same person the respect as if they were in person with me. That's what I don't get it. I don't get no pleasure in seeing another man's demise. That's not the way I function. But once you try to put me out there and wish me harm and disrespectful, it's all in the way you make me feel. If you make me feel some type of way, if you make me feel like I'm a female, I'm gonna have to show you you're wrong. I ain't that type of dude. So I'm a very emotional guy. Very emotional. So the way you make me feel is the way I gotta show you. I don't need no cheerleaders. I don't need a crew behind me. I don't need none of that. So my mentality should speak for itself. You can't be blessed with size and brains. Most of the time, you're just blessed with one or the other. So I'm happy I was blessed with the brains because the brains is the most powerful muscle in the body. So I'm happy. Be mad at the person. Don't be mad at me because this is a content creation. As a creator, you're just creating content. I don't know if they think by Mark not uploading or his so-called page under review. Hey, y'all don't have to do that. There's no point of doing that. Mark's already out there. Keep him out there. Cause this exposing, I guess everybody that's on YouTube is a free game. You know, anybody that's on YouTube, it's free game. You put your stories out there, put yourself out there. Don't get mad when people start questioning them. I guess everybody on YouTube is free game. You know, exposing. And like I always told y'all from the beginning, I feel bad for old Mark. You know, he got played like a pawn in someone's game. They try to use me as a pawn in that same game. All for what? All for what? Because you couldn't see me as an equal. You wanted to see me as a flunky, as somebody under you. It just makes no sense. Now, seems like he's out there in the rinker, out to dry. Makes no sense. Where's the loyalty? I was gonna stop, but once they cross that line, hey, it's a point of no return, right? What can you do? You can't go backwards. It's like how JG said, "I can't welch out. I'm already too deep in it. I can't. How's that gonna make me look if I welch out now? If I just stop, that's gonna make me look some type of way, right?" So I guess JG was right about that. You can't welch out once you knee deep in it. You gotta go forward. And I guess you deal with the consequences afterwards. But I ain't came at nobody the wrong way. I ain't never disrespected anybody that ain't disrespected me. Uh, it was just content and entertainment. You know, Hips is still around. I'm going to still do videos with Hips and anybody else that wants to talk about Alabama. I'm not going anywhere. Like I said, this is therapeutical for me. Most of the time, I'm just laying up in bed. This is therapeutical. Y'all was stressing me out with all that bad energy, all that huffing and puffing. It's like, I don't wish any man's demise. I've done did that when I was young, 12, 13, 14, 15, in my teens. I wished man demise. I didn't care about the next man. But we evolved into adults and manhood and fatherhood and grandpahood that you start seeing things a little bit differently as you get older. You start having sympathy and empathy for these type of characters. You don't wish them no harm. You don't wish them, hey, you're not trying to build no case against these guys. It's just awareness. That's it. I wasn't talking about pulling up on anybody or dropping my address to pull up. No, they did that. They wished harm upon me, but I don't wish them no harm because, hey, it is what it is. But at the same time, I got to defend mine. You are not just going to talk to me any kind of way and make me feel some type of way and think there's not going to be no reaction for me. Like I'm just going to go sit down in a corner somewhere. I'm not built like that. I'm built totally different. I didn't do that much prison time because the way I think. And if I would have did prison time, I would have head first into that environment. I probably wouldn't have came out. If I would have gone in there with the 10, 15-year sentence, I would have made that my life. And like I said, I don't need no crew. I can do anything by myself. It helps to have people behind you, that you can call and be like, hey, but them people are always going to have your back because they know why? Because they know you're always going to be on the front line. You're not calling them for them to be in front line for you. They know they're going to be behind you because you're going to be at the front line if you're calling them. So a lot of us are built differently. Our mentalities work differently. We don't intimidate. We don't get scared. It is what it is. Win, lose, draw. I've always lived my life like that, and I'm gonna continue living my life like that. It's what's kept me alive, and I want to continue to lie. I want to continue to be alive. So don't blame me. Don't blame me. Don't get mad at me. Don't say it's Noel's fault. Don't say it's Noel's fault. Noel did this. Noel did that. No. All I did was bring awareness, people's stories. Get mad at the person that made it personal. The disrespectful. Get mad at them, not me. So basically, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. I mean, all these squid games, as I would call them, you know, trying to be manipulative, trying to plan ahead, outthink the next man. It's like I get a trip, man. Some people be thinking that they're real intelligent and you can read them from a mile away. Just a few first sentences that you have with them. A lot of people don't have this sixth sense. A lot of us have this it's a sixth sense. We can tell, we can sense the bullshit right off the top. It don't take too long to read somebody. You know, you can read them by even off the text messages, even off the first conversations that you have. It don't take that long to get a read on somebody if you know what to look for and your instinct will tell you, friend or foe. Like I said, sometimes it's better to play that dumb role because you know that saying, If you're the smartest person in the room, then you must be in the wrong room. So don't get mad at me. Nobody, I mean, ain't no point of hiding now. Ain't no point of running. That's too late. You beyond that. Ain't you at the point of no return. You might as well just put your profile pic back up, upload your videos, and take the heat. Aren't you built like that? Because I said, everybody and anybody that's on YouTube is free game. We going duck hunting like Super Mario Brothers. Quack, quack. Like I said, anybody that's on YouTube is free game. It's 2025, and I'm bringing back the real. We out in this fake. 2025, we out with the fake shit. And we exposing everybody and anybody. This exposing don't have no boundaries, no limits, no borders. So if you on YouTube, you free game. Y'all have a good one. Here in a little bit, I'm dropping a hips video after this one. Y'all have a good one and stay tuned. And like I say, get y'all's popcorn ready.